spins inside your head. Fragile eyelids try to find the power to hold the world up from your bed. Feel your waves sinking on your sheets. You will drift away to sleep, cradled in fade water, you'll start to sink. Just breathe as you float on with the stream. There's nothing left for you to do but let the air inside of you fade water, you'll start to sink. Just breathe as you float on with the stream. There's nothing left for you to do but let the air inside of you. Feel the waves sinking on your You will drift into a dream, cradled by spirits you can't burn. We are wheels you can't turn. We are fire in the dark. We are here forever. Share light, won't you come right in? Take mine, I've been there and back again. Wave goodnight, I'll see you someday. In the sun, radiating.
Todo cool, ¿no? ¿Me escuchan, no? Hello, Americas. How are you? Good afternoon, good night for the ones that are just starting the evening. So, welcome to this space that is called Regional Context. So, my name is Virnia. I will be your facilitator for today. For this session, I am currently regional manager for entity management and organization development. What is regional context? Now you are out from the ISA 2025 session. So maybe you have a lot of questions. Oh my God, what is happening with the organization and all those things? So before starting, I want to ask you, so you can drop in the comments, how do you feel after all this information? A lot, right? Yes, there was a lot of content. So yeah, so we're going to talk about ISEC, as we were saying, what is going on the organization, and also we're going to talk about our region, about Americas. And yes, so basically you are here to analyze everything and to see how is the current state of the organization and the region. But I know there is a lot of information. As I was saying, you have been out of these two sessions, so I know that it's a lot of changes, a lot of things happening, and it has been a lot for a long time since the beginning of your term, maybe for the MCs and the LCs were listening a lot of things. Uh, some of the things that were coming that were a lot are, for example, the pandemic. We had the pandemic that was hitting us all over. The changes in programs, yes. At the end, everything was GT. Yes, many things that were downscale, and also ISA 2025 with all the culture, the direction, the goals, the roadmap, etc., etc. So yeah, I am not here to downscale you more things. Like, I mean, I can downscale some things onto you, but the idea is that, okay, we are going to have a lot of information here, and maybe you will forget. So what I want to do is like, okay, let's reflect a little bit and let's think about the important things. So yeah, so I will not be like the cake, like the man with the cake trying to yes give you a little gift when things are going a little bit crazy now. And because we were doing a lot, we brought a very nice gifts during the pandemic for LCs that were planning that were expecting to have a lot of conferences, a lot of new members, and all those things. We said, okay, here you have virtual team standards, virtual NEC. We were researching virtual exchanges, and that means many hours on internet, right? And plus that, you have your MC educational cycle, that is more hours on the internet. So maybe you're tired of saying, no, why? Like, these are the things, like, all these, like, ISF plus the university and everything, like, I think I am not leaving the internet. And for the MC, like, let's not blame the MC as well, because they have been through a lot. Yeah, if you saw the Simpsons, so you know this episode, the MCs were having business model of ISA that they just saw. They were having pricing changes. They were having a scenario planning. And what is that? How is that? Why the planning is changing? And they have to fill more than 20 surveys a month. A lot of things that we ask Shark Tank. Um, and many things, many concerns that we have. And also MCPs, they have to worry about all the fees and everything, and tons of virtual legislation that we had in the last times. And so you know what we are talking about, but yet we are here, right? Beside all these pandemics and all these things that are happening, all the even confrontation on what the organization's direction would be, we are here. So I want to ask you, how do you feel after all this and being in these conferences, after all that you heard in the past session? So you can drop your comment as well. And how do you feel? Because we have a huge a huge number of LCPs that are here now. Maybe you were expecting something like this, right? But no, but you have the other thing. We are in a virtual conference, and still here we are. And I am not talking only for this conference, but for all the things that we are still here. So I will ask for you to give some cheers and some yes and some hurrahs for all the things that we are standing until today. So let's go cheers for the people that is still in the organization, the MC that was about to start the team, and they say, okay, yes, the organization is in a very bad situation, but I will be still in my role. And cheers to all the LCPs that apply now and all the EVs that are applying in the middle of the pandemic, right? It's been hard. It's sure, for sure, there is a strong purpose on there. Or maybe there was some kind of brainwash by your current LCP. No, I'm kidding. But a lot of cheers for you, for sure. And also a lot of cheers for the people that is still doing operation in a very, very innovative way and trying to market all the things that we, trying to bring all the marketing solutions that we can during this time. And for all the conferences, let's cheer for all the MCs that during this time we're doing online conferences. So we know how it feels. It's very bad. The good thing about these online conferences is that you are not going to have depression after going back home, because what? We are already home, right? So yeah, so that let's see the good things. The truth is that the ending of this midterm ambition, ISO 2020, has been bumpy. And that we are like kind of like this little car. And yeah, we're ending an era. And maybe you're saying, okay, what are the results of this era? So I am checking that also as well as you. But this is fine. No matter how I'm finishing this is fine. We are because of a purpose. And we have more good news. You know why? Because yes, a new era is beginning. And you know what it comes with a new midterm ambition that is ISO 25? It comes new memes. Yes, that's right. Okay. Well, it comes new things because at the end, there is a lot of things that are going on ISX. But as this quote says, sometimes we say, okay, if I go through this week, I am done. But ISX is that all the weeks, right? And it's going to be done in the same way all the terms, all the years, and in all the midterm ambitions. And it was like this way in all these more than 70 years. So, let's embrace the nature of the organization and take a deep breath and enjoy while we are here. So yeah, okay, now it's time to get serious, right? So now this is how I get serious. So what I was meaning when it was a new era, I was meaning about resilience. And what is resilience? We can see in the new elements of the ISO 2025 that you saw, how we're saying it means embracing our nature, like what are the true things, the essential things that we were doing in the organization, no matter how many years have passed, and means thinking on the strategies that we are going to use, that we're going to have in order to be more impactful and more relevant in our society, and also how we're going to change the way on how we do the things to still achieve this impact. So you already saw what are going to be what is the direction of ISO 2025 and what is the statements. So if you remember, write in the comments on the video. We have empowering your leaders, long-lasting ISO, and developing purposeful partnerships, right? But so maybe you can ask yourselves how are we going to develop all this in the current situation? So I will give you a little bit on the updates and how is the current situation of the organization. So you can check here, like about in terms of talking about COVID situation, like how is the borders situation or the safety measures that the different entities are taking, and also how is the state of each entity. But maybe you can ask, okay, how we can be resilient on that? So maybe you saw, okay, there are some entities that are in high risk to close, or there are entities that are still with zero operation that totally stops, and there are other entities that, besides the circumstances, they are still trying to work and move things on. So how we can be resilient with all this that is happening, how I can find hope or direction in all this, that's why we have the culture, right? The culture that has three statements. First, owning the present. Okay, maybe we don't have the fault, like it's not our fault that the pandemic is going on, that the many protests or political conflicts are going on, or maybe wars in some territories where ISEC is going on. But we have to take responsibility on what is happening now. Or maybe there are things that my predecessors did, or they maybe are now we are having the consequences. Now we are confronting the consequences of past decisions of my predecessors, or maybe decisions that they didn't take. But now the question is how I am going to make myself responsible about that. Maybe it was not my fault, but it's my responsibility to decide what I am going to do now. So that is on the present. And once we have that, once we embrace our responsibility, our role on the current situation, we are going to be able to shape the future and shape this ISEC that we want to see, this ISEC that we are envisioning in this midterm ambition. And once we envision that, we are going to lead the change. And what is leading the change? Okay, being responsible, like owning my role, no matter which role I have, no matter if you are a member, an LCP, an MC member, an MCP, or AI, you have a role to play in all this change. So lead the changes, embracing our role, and developing ourselves so we can fulfill in the best way possible our role. So that's a little bit on how the things are. So you better know, so you know more of this because you were in the previous session. So now let's going to talk about more about Americas. Let's see what were the change, what was happening during these 6 months, and how Americas has been resilient during this time. So first, as I showed you previously, this is the state of the region. We have some entities that are probably or likely like in a high risk to close because of financial situations or other conditions. And but that's it. But most of the entities are kind of okay, like are stable. So about operations. So you remember that we were focusing on GTA and GT for many reasons, but we're going to give now the update. So I want to highlight the yellow parts so you can see how was the progress on this. So yeah, so good news. Like you can hug yourself, you can cheer each other. As a region, we were doing quite well according to what we have planned. And in GTE, we had very low expectations. If we say, okay, no, I don't think we're going to do it. Let's do 3, like kind of like that. But we overachieved that. So that's interesting. Mainly because many entities were saying, oh no, what I have to do with global teachers is not going to work here. So let's see it, right? About GB, we're not going to talk about the number of realizations or the performance on GB because it's a very, how can I say, a very risky product and now in this moment, but we're going to talk about the GB conditions, about entities that are making the effort to run global volunteer in a sustainable way and in a safe way under these current conditions. So you can check there in this part, the entities, like in the part of IGB, the entities that were 100%, that would really make the effort in order to in order to fulfill all the conditions so they can keep running the program. And also um, the OGB part, the entities that as well they are doing all they can to run in a safe way the program. So the next part will be what is going on sales, right? So in sales, so first before I go to sales, we have to say that okay, maybe besides some entities, we were not very strong in sales. Like it was not our strength, right? We are very strong in operations. We know how to do it. And most our incomes as a region, as an entities, and maybe also in your LCSO are coming from operations. So once the pandemic hit on us and we cannot do exchanges at all, or maybe we cannot do as much as we could before, so we were looking for new revenue streams, like new ways that we can make sustainable the organization. And that was the sales team, all the people that is very nice. So, but with that, yes, in August, so you can see the red part, in August, we were one of the biggest contributors around the globe, around in global level. We did a lot and we say like, oh my God, what's going on with America? And then in September, still we are making a big contribution, like Europe is doing us a lot, but compared to past performances, this is actually a good improvement. So I'm not going to show from the last month because we're still doing closing the financial thingies, but this can give you a look. This can give you a glimpse of what is going on. Let's talk about membership. So in terms of membership, you can see the red part. That is the fluctuation on members. So we have been kind of stable. I really want to congratulate all the TM people, all the TM commission. So if you were in the TM commission and once you go and talk to your NCBP TM, please congratulate that person because besides all the things, like no matter how all the things were going on, we were quite of stable. We have achieved our recruitment goals. People is staying. Yes, our HR deal, that means the people that we plan to have decrease because yes, many entities are closing programs or maybe we don't know exactly what kind of JD we are going to give to our members. So we prefer to recruit less people. That is very understandable. And with all that, with all that into account, we were pretty stable in that. So congratulations to that. And in terms of finances, this is also very broad broad topic. Like I am going to give you a general view. Something that we were measuring is the financial, the months of cash reserves. What does it mean? How much money each entity has in order to survive the next month. So here, if you are an LCP, maybe you had some discussions with your MCP about how we're going to manage the finances. Maybe you saw the MC very worried about that and having HR changes like in the MC team and all these things. But the good news is that all these things are giving results. So in general, the cash reserves have been increased due to these measures because entities are, decreasing the cost and everything, but we cannot rely that we're going to have let's not risk say oh yes, I have a lot of money now, let's spend. No, because even though we are increasing, it's not as the same, the amounts are not as the same as we used to do before. And and also in terms of that, you can see like the MCs stabilizing and also the LCs, like during the pandemic, the LCs were having, if you can see from February to June, the LCs were having a lot of loss, because all our profits are related to exchanges, so that's understandable. But now in the last 2 months, we are checking now. As I am repeating that this looks very nice on the graphic, But when we compare to other years, we have to be cautious. And yeah, and also with the same with the revenue. So yeah, so as I was saying, maybe you had a lot of fights, or maybe for LCPs, maybe your predecessor had a lot of fights with the MC or anything. But again, these those measures were something that now they are giving results. And finally, but not less important because of that, I am going to talk about something that maybe you have heard or maybe you have not heard, okay? And that is the APIP. So, or before used to know as XPPs. So these are the new changes on the governance of ISEC, on how we run the programs, and what are the rules that we have internally as entities and external to the customers. So there was a big improvement. So we're saying, okay, now that we are kind of stopped and we have a lot of new programs, this is the perfect time to evolve these things. So one of the things that is being measured is having an audit system in place. So I have to congratulate to the whole region because yeah, we have 95% of the entities have everything in place, the whole system and ECB and routine of tracking and everything. And you might ask, okay, who is that 5% that is stopping us from reaching 100%? Okay, who is this? Okay, let's talk to DJ Farouk. Okay, let's talk to Canada because that's the only entity that we have to still work on. But so please, if you are next to him, tell him, okay, hey, we have to work on, right? So yeah, this is a public, a public statement. And yeah, and also, as you can see, the all the audit systems. So maybe your ECB was bothering you, maybe the MC, the LCs. I want to tell you that it's worth it because once we arrive to February, things are going to change, Isaac. So we have to be prepared. So for all the entities that were giving importance and listening to your ECB and saying, okay, I will change and all these things, congratulations. And as I was saying, let's talk, help me with if you are an LCP of Canada, so talk like what are we going regarding APIP? So please, this is not our joke. So when people is talking about this, give your ECB body and the MCs that are responsible on that the importance that they need. So, but we talk a lot about many things. So, as I was saying, I didn't want to bring you a lot of data, this and that, because you can see in the boards if you are an MC, and if you are an LC, maybe you are more worried about your entity, but also you can ask for all the reports to your MC as well. There is a lot of numbers, a lot of reports, a lot of analysis. What I want to talk now is about the learning. So what we have learned during these 6 months, after maybe one of the biggest crises that the organization had in the last maybe 20 years. I don't want to I don't want to risk a number, but let's say that. So in terms of operations, we can say that we were pessimistic. If you saw in the PPT, we were overachieving, right? We were having an overachievement of 100%, 200, and it looks very nice. And we say, wow, yeah, we are overachievers. So, but it's not bad. But we were very pessimistic. That talks us that during the planning we were pessimistic, and now the performance is showing us that okay, things are not that bad as we thought. So now that we are going to replanning for LCs and planning for LCs, let's do a deeper research on the external environment. So we can say, okay, it's not that bad. Also, we cannot become very crazy. Yes, let's have a realistic view so we can measure our progress. Only if we have a very data-grounded decision and data-grounded goal, we can auto-evaluate ourselves if we are doing good, if we are on track, or if we can improve things. Second thing, it's not news that one of the biggest strengths of Americas was global volunteer. So there were all of the entities were running global volunteer, um, and there were some entities that were only doing global volunteer, or they had as a focus global volunteer. And once 6 months ago, almost 6 months ago, when we launched the new programs, there was a lot of um, except there was a lot of um, skepticability, people that was skeptical about the new programs, especially as I was saying, global teachers. So we were saying, okay, no, that is not for America's market, number one. And second, we were also very skeptical on how entities could adapt, how fast entities could adapt. And I am very glad to say, like, yes, the numbers are not very crazy, but entities are adapting. We have new players, entities that are running GTA, entities that are running GTE, and some entities that are that adapted faster than we thought. In only they did before when we were opening GE. For one entity, it was taking 1 or 2 years to open the program, and now similar entities are doing in one semester, for example. And third, in finances, yeah, one of the learnings, as we were saying, it's going good. We are doing, like in the graphs, it looks good. At least it looks better than 6 months before. But the MCs know, and you can ask your MCs and your MCP and your MCP finance, and your MCPs are going to say, it's not enough. Yeah, we are having some incomes and everything, but it's not enough, right? So we have to rethink what core performance means. In the previous year, we were relying more than 70% of our incomes and the sustainability of the entity on the exchanges, which in that moment makes sense. But now, during the current situations, we cannot do that much. And even if we do as our best or anything, we're not achieving as much results as before. And we cannot risk this income because we don't know what is going to happen. If we are going to have a second wave of COVID, or if we are going to have political or economical problems, and people is going to tell us, okay, I cannot go in exchange, I need my money back. So we cannot rely on those incomes. So the question is, okay, what other activities I can do? There were some entities that were doing some other activities and that were successful, even though in very hard conditions. So that is another lane. In terms of membership, we have better retention. And also, as we were saying, our HR ideal, or how we plan our structures, is more like it's in a smaller number. But it's good. So it would be, I would like to see, like, what are we doing that is helping us to engage the people, and also what are the new motivation of these members, especially from the last recruits, to join the organization. Something that we have to notice also is that NPS of members have increased and the EVs have reduced. So yeah, we can also make the assumption that yes, EVs had a very fucked up 6 months, right? But also, okay, so we can ask ourselves, especially from the new members, like, what is making them very, what is the new motivations? And finally, we were saying, like, this is related to all the safety measures and everything. The last learning is that we have to be cautious, as we were saying. We cannot afford, like, if we see all the previous learnings, we cannot afford to have unsustainable programs anymore. We have to be sustainable now, yes or yes. Like, losing more money when we are not making the money is truly a luxury. And there are many things, that many decisions that we wanted to take before that we couldn't, or we were not as bold as you can think to take those decisions. But now it's time to take them. So, and that learning, basically what we learned in all this month is that, number one, even if the things are different, even if we have new programs, even if we have new models or new external conditions, things can be possible. I think all the results that we were watching shows how people can adapt and how the region can be resilient. So everything is possible. And the second is that nothing is going to be the same. We are not going to, like all the external conditions are changing. So maybe we are not going to do as much, as many exchanges as we used to do before. Or maybe we're going to do in different programs, not the ones that we had before. And maybe the S&Ds that we have, maybe that you came to the conference that say, yes, I am going to renew my partnership with that entity. Well, the S&D map is changing. There are entities that are doing other programs, that are entities that they're prioritizing some programs. The external conditions, the country conditions are changing. So, and also the organization is changing, the culture is changing, the statements, the roadmap, the strategies is changing. So we have to embrace that, because the higher the resistance is, the harder or the longer it's going to take us to adapt to the new situation. And that's going to be very, very painful. And so with all this, maybe you are asking, okay, we don't know many things. And yes, I also don't know many things. I cannot tell you, okay, this is the answer. But so we are here in this conference for that. We are here to figure it out, some things together. So what are the things that we have to figure it out? First, as I was saying, how the supply and demand is going to look like, what entities are going, like what is going to be the strength of some entities and others, and how we're going to communicate to each other. Now is the perfect moment to define ourselves and to have these conversations now in this place, to ask, okay, what are you planning to do? And how we can synchronize our planning so we don't get frustrated in the middle of that. And also something that we have to figure it out is to run programs without risking the entity sustainability. How we are going to run all the things, not only program, but any kind of activity that we want to do in a sustainable way. How we are going to make new revenue, what other things that we do, what are the changes that we need to do in our sustainability model. And in terms of membership, how all these changes are going to impact in my members, how I can provide better experiences, and how finally, for sales, how we can adapt to the new context. What is the answer that I have to give to organizations or to people, like how ISEC is going to answer to all this. So basically, what I am trying to say is that we have, in order to recover, we have to work together, because we are an organization that is deeply connected in their roots. So we cannot, one entity cannot succeed if another is failing. So we have to work together, even now more than ever. Second, we have to embrace our responsibility. As I was saying, maybe yes, there are things that are not our fault. It's not our fault that maybe during 5 years we were running IGB in an unsustainable way. Maybe it's not our fault, or the pandemic, or that the government took bad decisions that put on risk all the population. Or maybe it's not our fault that our financial model was very tricky, and there were 3 generations that they didn't change. They didn't change that model. But now we have the responsibility. Now, today, is our time to ask ourselves, okay, what are we going to do about it? And how is this going to impact not only my LC, my entity, but or the region, but for the whole organization? Because at the end, the purpose of the organization is youth for youth. And I will keep the quote again. is how we're going to share what kind of organization we want to see and what is going to be my role. How I am going to be prepared to fulfill in my best the role that I have to play this year. And also, it's time to build the leadership that Americas need. So we all know that there are more things that are happening in Americas than the pandemic, right? And now we are asking ourselves what leadership means, like how we can be feel more represented by our governors, or how as a young person I can feel that I have opportunities here, that I feel that I can develop and fulfill my dreams. That is also owning the present. Not only in ISEC, but also out owning what I want for my life, besides, or no matter how the external situation looks like. So this is a perfect time to be the ISEC that Americas need, because now we are the nest for the future leaders, and not only future leaders, but current leaders. So it's the better, more than ever now, is a good time to be better than yesterday, to improve, to look in the past and see our failures and see the flaws in our processes and improve. Because now is the time for improvement. And now, more than ever, is a good time to be Americans, to enjoy being Americans, to enjoy these challenges, and to be our best version, and to do what we do the best. That is fighting. And by fighting, I don't mean like, fighting, but fighting is like fighting for our dreams, like working day by day with purpose, hoping for a better future. Is a good time to enjoy what we do best, that is taking care of each other, being collaborative, and not leaving anyone behind. And it's good time to enjoy what we do best. And that is enjoy what we do. Like we party as like a lot, the same energy that we allocate to that, the same energy and with the same happiness and with the same strength and with the same energy and with the same optimism and enthusiasm, we have to work for this. Because maybe now there is not the pressure, okay, we have to be high and grow, but we have the chance to be better. Just that, to be better. Because now in the world with a lot of barriers, physical and metaphorical, it's more important to break borders for America. And breaking those borders starts with us. That is breaking the borders that are here to see what borders I have that are limiting, that are, limiting my imagination and my vision, and how I am going to break that and have a bigger vision and go beyond our limitations. So I can work not only for the organization, not only for the region, but for ourselves as a person. And that's the last thing that I wanted to say about the regional state. And I invite you to embrace this more than ever. And I hope that a couple of things that are inside of your mind and your heart. And thank you so much. So the next sessions are going to be, so you're going to have some break. So RPM are going to go for checkout with Lizzie, our regional director, and MCVPs. You are going to have two different links, and wait for the link in your delegate groups from the CC. And see you. Thank you so much for all of it.
Filling up a book with our stories. Maybe we could reminisce later. Wrote down every detail that I could recall. Put them all down on paper. But I'm running out of room. This is over too soon, and I don't know what else I can do. I'm on the last page now, but it don't feel like the end. It's a cliffhanger, and I'm hanging off the edge. So if this is my conclusion, excuse all my confusion. I just can't believe I'm losing you again. On the last page we read. On the last page now. Writing in the margins as fast as I can. Footnotes scribbled at the bottom. I really thought I knew our story so well. I didn't think that we would have a problem. But I'm running out of room. This is over too soon, and I don't know what else I can do. I'm on the last page now, but it don't feel like the end. It's a cliffhanger, and I'm hanging off the edge. So if this is my conclusion, excuse all my confusion. I just can't believe I'm losing you again. On the last page we read. On the last page now. I'm on the last page now, but it don't feel like the end. It's a cliffhanger, and I'm hanging off the edge. So if this is my conclusion, excuse all my confusion. I just can't believe I'm losing you again. On the last page we read. On the last page now.
Hello, Americas! Welcome to the checkout of the day one. Oh my God, already one day off, one day over. I saw some of you there. So I saw that we have Mexico, we have some Ecuadors also. So I'm happy. Who else is here? I want to see who else is here in the house. Where is, like, I don't know, where is Colombia, where is Brazil, where is El Salvador, where are you guys? Are you here? Panama, Bolivia? I'm happy to see you all here and being with you here in the first checkout for the LCPs, second checkout for the MCPs. um Yes, share with you, Peru, Canada. Amazing to have you here, guys. I hope that we can have a funny space. The MCPs yesterday, we had a really cool checkout. I didn't take photos because I want to respect the privacy of your MCPs, but a lot of them, they were putting their I don't know how can I say that, but they were putting everything on the table to win a gift, an Amazon card gift card yesterday in the checkout. They were putting everything, literally everything. So I hope that this checkout can be also funny for you. We're gonna have some activities and we're gonna be sharing. Also, a lot of fun between the MCPs and LCPs, but for the one who doesn't know me, I'm Lizzie. I'm current regional director, at least for the next 2 weeks. That's gonna be still my role, my job, and I'm happy to be here with you because, as I told to the MCPs yesterday, this is the last conference that I will be in ISEC. This is the last time that I will be sharing with people about ISEC, and I'm so excited to give like the final words about the organization that I love the most, about the organization that I gave the last 7 years of my life. That has been a lot. And I know that some of you already just had like maybe 1 year, 2 years, 6 months. I don't know how much time do you have, but I already have like 7 years in ISEC, and has been like a really interesting experience. Has been a really challenging experience. Also, I had the opportunity to be LCP, MCP, MCVP twice. I've been in AI in the last year, and I think like every single experience that I had in my ISEC experience, like shaped the person that I am right now. But I will say that my favorite one, the first one, is being LCP, and the second one is to be MCP. So if you're here, it's because you're the most cool targets that we have. Not just kidding. The rest of the roles also are cool, but I think I enjoyed the most being LCP. And also being MCP of my entity. I'm from Colombia. I'm from the most beautiful, not just kidding. All the countries in Latin America are beautiful, but I'm from Colombia. I was, as I mentioned before, I was LCP, then I was MCVP twice. I was MCP of ISEC in Colombia, then regional manager, and now I'm RD, and I'm about to close my ISEC experience in 2 weeks. And I'm so excited again to be here to talk to you. But I'm not here to talk about me because if that's so boring, and I'm not the person that I enjoy the most to talk about myself. But I just wanted to get to know you because most of the MCPs, LCPs, sorry, that are here, I will not have like any contact later on after this conference, and you will have an amazing ISEC experience. But I wanted, with my experience, letting you know that ISEC will be as much as you want. Um, and in this experience, you can dream as much as you can. When I started in ISEC, I was not able to speak in English. I didn't know anything about English. And now, like, I feel like proud that because of ISEC, I learned a new language. Because of ISEC, I had the opportunity to live in more than 30 countries. Because of ISEC, I gained a lot of things that now makes me a person that feels proud to be an ISECer and proud of herself. So I hope that you as LCPs can enjoy this experience, and also that you can take the best out of this, because again, ISEC is whatever you want that ISEC can be. So I want to know, again, as I mentioned before, how are you? So in a scale of a cat, how are you feeling today? So I want you to see your comments because I can see your comments. How are you feeling today after the day one? I know that you have a lot of content. I know that you had a lot of sessions, a lot of like mind blowing sessions. So I want to know if you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And why cats? The random fact about this is that Virnia is my successor and she loves cats. When last month review, I asked people, hey people, can you put in the PPT like pictures that show us how did you feel in the month, what were the best moments and stuff. And Virnia just put it cats. So if Virnia can make a resume about her month with cats, you can do check out with your cat. So we have 3, 2, 9, 7, 2, 7, 2, 8, 5, 9, 7. Okay, 8, like 8. Oh my God. 7, 1, 2, 9. Good job, Mateo. 9. Osmar, 9. Like MCPs, like we have a tendency here. I hope that it's good and not bad. Uh, but how I feel now, it's like a 2. I really want to enjoy this space with you, and also I want to take the best out of this checkout. So, because I love to have games and I love to interact with people, we are gonna have a game for this checkout. Oh my God, yes. MCPs, I hope that you're here because your LCPs will need you. So if you're not here, please join like LCPs, tell your MCPs that they need to be here because we are gonna play a game. The game is Lizzie Hunger Games. So it's gonna be really easy. We're gonna have 5 challenges that are gonna be really easy and fast. And the entity that wins the Lizzie Hunger Games will win something that you love, that it's food. So you will have, or you will be able to have a delivery with your MCP of food. That's gonna be amazing, but it's gonna depend on your performance, people. So yesterday we had 2 winners because the competition was really tight and people was putting everything on the field to win that Amazon gift card. So I want to see everyone again playing so hard to win that food because I mean you can eat pizza for free if you win this competition. So there is some things that I need to clarify before we start. So excited, yes. It sounds good. Do we have problems with the sound? It's okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So if your entity wins, you will win. So people, what this means, it means that you don't need to maybe participate, or you're not gonna be the person that is gonna like do the activity, but you need to push your other LCPs or your MCP to make that happen. So that's the first thing. So first, save this number because you will need this number to play the game. So in case that you don't have my number, but now you will have it. Okay, this is my number, save my number, take a picture because the challenges you will need to send it to my number. So in case that you're LCP and you don't have my number, please, it's just for the game. No, just kidding. But you can save my name because my number, sorry, because you will need it for the competition. Second thing is that you need to make sure that your MCP is here. If your MCP is not here, then your entity will not be able to like play the game. So make sure that your MCP is here. Call your MCP, hey amigo, are you here? Hey papo, are you here? Whatever, tell your MCP that needs to be here to make sure that you will play and um, you will win this game. Then you need to enjoy. This is a space to enjoy. This is a space to chill out. It has been a long day. For some of you, it's already late, like from the Brazilians and also from Argentina. And there is some countries that also, like Chile, that it's also late. So I know that maybe you're excited, but this is the moment to have fun. So again, the logic behind this is gonna be really easy. I will put a challenge here, and then you will need to send to a number that I already sent before. I will remember the number is here. The challenge, the first entity that sends to me, the challenge will be the entity that wins the point. So it's really easy. Like, it's my internet. I think here it's good. So you will, like, the first person that sent, who's calling me? People, don't call me because I'm in the session. Don't be like that. That's my number. So the point is that you will need to send it to my WhatsApp, and then the first person just send like just send who you are, and then I will know, and then you will win the point. Okay. It was a mistake. Okay, that's okay. Just save my number. You don't need to call me. Okay. Okay, people, let's start. We have 5 chances to win the point. So make sure again that you send to me the proof. Like, it doesn't matter, like, if you just like I do it, but I didn't send to Lizzie the proof that I made it. Like, it doesn't count, people. And again, remember that your MCP needs to be here because at some point you will need them. Okay? So let's start with the first challenge. And the first challenge is the first LCP that sends to me 3 different pictures with 3 different people of their houses, selfie, it's a selfie, to my cell phone will be 1 point for her entity. Again, 3 selfies with 3 different people in their houses. So people, go. I will be waiting. It doesn't need to be like 3 different LCPs, just 1 LCP from your entity that sends to me 3 different pictures with 3 different people from their house will win the point for the entity. People, the pictures needs to be with people from your house, not from you, not just yourself. You know that? Okay, Brazil, it's on the road. Let's go, people. Okay, Mexico also. Go. Who's gonna be the first one to send 3 different ones? Go, Brazil. Go, Mexico. And we have a winner. Oh my God, we have a winner. Luana from Brazil. She was the first one to send the 3 pictures to myself. So I don't know who's these people, but thank you so much into participating in this game. I hope that these people know what it's ISEC, and I hope that they are not thinking that ISEC is a random thing because of this. But congratulations, ISEC in Brazil, you have 1 point. Congratulations. I want to say that Martelo was one of the MCPs that yesterday won the award in the MCP checkout. So congratulations, leading by example. Congratulations, Martelo. Your people is here giving everything as you yesterday. So I hope that for the second thing, you can also do it. So let's move to the second one. Again, people, the ones that are gonna win are the ones who send me the first picture. So there is people here that send me pictures with the dog. There is a lot of random things, but I love the participation. You know, this is so cute with grandpa. I love this. Okay, people, congratulations. And also, ISEC in Mexico was really active here. So let's see who's gonna win the second point. Okay. So next, let's see. The first MCP that record a video saying how much she or he loves his or her LCP commission will win 1 point for his entity. So MCPs, you need to record the video saying how much you love your LCP commission. The first MCP that sends a video will win 1 point for their entity. Go! I want to see MCP saying how much they love. The showcasing team is also here. Look at this. Okay, so we have Marcelo. Mariana, you almost made it, but it was okay. We have MCPs. No, it was not Martelo. I'm so sorry. It was not Martelo. I need to do like the Freshwater Housekeeper. That is the audit team that I have with myself. Says that Osmar from Ecuador was the first one. So I'm sorry, Martelo, you were late. Osmar is the first one. So yay! So Isaac in Ecuador, you win a point. But LCPs, your MCPs love you. You know, we have here a lot of people like Francie, Mariana, Kaylor. There is a lot of love here. Cesar, Mateo, like people, there is a lot of love. So I will, I don't know, do something to share with you the love of your LCPs. The second place,
Hey,
but there
amigos,
is
I really love you. Fuzue, you are everything to me as in Brazil. Thank you so much. I really love you. If you're gonna win this.
so thank you, Martelo, for your love. Here we have Kaylor.
I really love my Pura Vida commission of LCPs.
Yes, Kaylor. Also, we have Francie.
Hello, Alison, en verdad, y Alison y las otras LCPs que no están, les amo, son las mejores.
Thank you, Francie, de Mariana.
Amo muchísimo a mi BUP 21-22, son increíbles, yo estoy súper orgulloso de ellos, los amo.
So we have more and more, then we have Dante.
He's Dante from ISA in Guatemala, and you are the best, and I wish the best of success in this next year as LCPs. I love you so much.
Yes, we have so much love. So I'm gonna show the last one because I mean, again, we don't have that much time, okay? But let's see, Mateo.
Los amo.
What the fuck is that beer, Mateo? Okay, people. So I hope that you enjoy the love that your MCPs has. And then you can see that they love you. You know, they love you. That's important. Relationship, love. Just one thing. Okay, so let's go with the third one. This is a competition, guys. Remember, you can win. So we have so far 1 point for ISEC in Brazil and 1 point for ISEC in Ecuador. Let's see who's gonna be the next one. So next challenge is the first LCP that record a video eating a banana, the complete banana, and send to me on WhatsApp will win 1 point for his or her entity. So find a banana in your house, eat the banana, but record a video eating the banana, okay? Go, people, go. Who's gonna be the first one? Who's gonna be the first one? I wanna watch some more videos here. Go, people. People, you need to eat the whole banana. No, don't show me you're eating the banana. Go, go. Send to me the video eating the banana. Okay, I want to see your videos. People, I know that you have bananas in your house. Everyone has bananas in your house, you know? It's part of the... Okay, we have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner, but I need to know your entity, bro, because I don't know. Okay, okay, people, I love the commitment, but I don't know what are the entities. So if you don't, I don't know your entity, I don't. Okay, whoever is this person, please let me know because wait. Where is the banana? It's here. This person? No. This person. This person. Can you tell me? No. What's the... Okay, we have Isaac in Chile. Congratulations, Isaac in Chile. If you want to see again, look at this. What a commitment we have here. Oh my God. I love Americans because of this. You know, no one else would do this. Okay, people, we have
Oh,
more
I don't have a
people.
banana, but I draw one, so
Like in Mexico, you're so close to get 1 point. Okay, let's see what look at this. I love the creativity, people. I love the creativity. But the point is for Isaac in Chile. Oh my God. We have more people eating bananas. Okay, the point is for Isaac in Chile. Congratulations. So we have 1 point for Brazil, 1 point for Ecuador, and 1 point for Isaac in Chile. Let's go to the next one. So you can still win, you know? Like if you get a point and then the other is another one, like let's see. Okay, let's go with the next one. And it's the first entity that sends to me a photo of their MCP and at least 2 LCPs dancing the America's roll call will win a point. So I need 2 LCPs and the MCP dancing the America's roll call, that is, you know, mi mujer está bailando, pero yo no me sé la canción muy bien. I don't know the song well, but I know the roll call, and you know the roll call. So let's go. 2 LCPs and 1 MCP. Go, because you don't have more LCPs. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. The MCP and 2 LCPs. Go, people. Go. It's just a video of your MCP and 2 LCPs dancing the roll call, and you send it to me, and then you will win 1 point. Go, people. Go, people. I want to see LCPs. Go. The commitment that I saw with the bananas, I want to see with the roll call. It's just one part of the roll call. Doesn't need to be the whole roll call. Go people. Mi mujer me estaba llamando, pero yo no contesté. Hey, showcasing team, they are not gonna put the video because I'm singing, right? I'm just singing the song. Go people, I trust you. You can do it. MCPs, come on. You know this roll call. You have been dancing this roll call for the whole year. Go. Okay, I think we have 1 LCP already. Yes, we have 1 MCP. Go, LCPs from Ecuador. Your MCP already sent the video. Go, Ecuador. Good job, Osmar. I'm so proud of you. I don't know what roll call is that, because that's not my roll call, but good try. Go, Ecuador. You can. Your LCP already made it. Go. Dance. I cannot put the song because, like, you know, this thing of YouTube, they are gonna take off, and then the showcasing thing will help me. Mexico, go, LCP. Okay, who's? Good job, but I don't know which. Chile, go Chile, we have 1 LCP. Mexico, we have also 1 LCP. Cesar, you need to dance the roll call. Not just listen the roll call, you need to dance the roll call. Martelo! Go people, you need to. Okay, we are missing. Okay, I'm just gonna do the cut on that. We need the MCP from Mexico to win, or we need the 1 LCP from Chile also. Go people. Mexico, if your MCP send the video, you will win. Mariana, where are you? Mariana, if I don't see you, shame on you, your entity, okay? I is again Mexico. This is the best that you can get from Mariana, okay? Congratulations, Isaac in Mexico! You win a point! I'm so sorry, guys. We have other MCPs, but we were missing some LCPs. Come on, guys. Your MCPs are giving the best. You need to give it also. But ISEC in Mexico, congratulations. We had a lot of MCPs from Mexico sending to me, so that's really good. Also, we have here the MCPs. Okay, this is my conclusion about this challenge. The MCPs, they didn't understood about they needed to dance the roll call. And then this happened. Happened with Cesar, happened with Dante. They are not dancing, they are just listening the song. But the MCPs, my lord. Okay, people. So we have like 4 entities now. We have ISEC in Brazil, ISEC in Mexico, ISEC in Ecuador, and ISEC in Chile with 1 point. And we have the last challenge. So in case that we have a new entity, then the sixth challenge will be the one that the final one, and just the 5 entities that has point will be able to be participate in the activity. Okay, so let's see if we have already a winner or not. And the last one is the first entity that sends to me a screenshot of the LCP chat on WhatsApp will win the point. So LCPs, you just need to send to me a screenshot of your LCP chat to my WhatsApp, and then your entity will win. Who's gonna be the first one? I want to Mexico. I want to read but yours. Okay, people, so we have winner Isaac. Okay, you can stop now. We have a winner. I want to read after this, but okay, people. Yes, I can. I'm not lying. Like the first entity that sent it was Isaac in Mexico. I'm not lying. Like the PricewaterhouseCoopers, it's auditing my activity. I'm so sorry. So Isaac in Mexico, you and your MCPs, LCPs, you win free food. Congratulations. I will coordinate with your MCP later on, but congratulations. I'm so happy. Thank you for giving me so much fun, and also send to me videos and activities and everything. You are so nice. I didn't expect that much engagement, but you always, I overachieve my expectations with you. And I hope that you had fun. And we're going to have more checkouts. So guess what? We're going to have more competition. So it's going to be nice. Don't worry. This is just the first day. The winner is Isaac in Mexico, but tomorrow can be you. This is just funny activities that Lizzie one day wake up and say, let's make people eat bananas because it's nice. So I hope that you can continue participating in my challenges because it's gonna be fun. I hope. I know I'm not that funny person. I don't know who's this person that is here talking to you because normally I'm not the funny person. My team is blaming on me and saying like, who's this person that it's not busy, that it's making funny activities in the checkout? Guess what? You can develop yourself in the last ISEC week that you have. So yes, I'm doing and overachieving my expectations. So congratulations, ISEC in Mexico. I'm moving on in the checkout because time is short and we don't have that much time. I want to know how was your day? And today we had different sessions, different spaces, and it was a long day. I know that, but you started the day with the amazing Fisha. That she's 3 times better than me in this kind of check-ins, check-outs. Like she's the real queen of chores. And then you went to an essence session, some of you. Then we were talking about changes. You were having some of you leads, and you had different spaces to talk about the current state of the organization also, and the different focus. And we are here in the last part of the day, and I want to know who was your favorite Fassi from day one. So if you can share who was your favorite Fassi from day one, I want to read. Like yes, who was the person that makes you cry? Not just kidding, but that you enjoy it the most. Don't be I don't want to say because they are gonna be no, just share with me. Laurena, who else? Share. We had Laurena and then Alex. Okay, who else? Who was your favorite Fassi? Okay, we had different phases around the day, and I hope that you enjoyed the days. But we still have 4 more days. We have 4 more days of content, days of people sharing with us about their experiences, and also sharing with us a lot of things about ISEC and also the future of ISEC. So I know that it's gonna be challenging for you. But I hope I thank you so much, Jessica. You're also my favorite one now because you say Lizzie and I didn't deliver my session. But thank you. I also, Virnia, thank you, Vir. I love you. But I hope that you can be enjoying the FASIS and an invitation that I always do in the conferences. And I know that now it's quite challenging because of the context that we are virtual and we're in your countries and we are in different locations now. I want that if it's possible for you to have conversations with the FASI team. So if you can book the FASIs for the nights or for lunch or also other different agendas spaces that you can have with them, do it. Because these people that is delivering session, maybe they will kill me to, because they am offering them and they don't have time. But I know that we can always find a time. And if you want to talk to them about like the future of ISEC or the future of your entity, or what do you think about like me as LCP, or what do you think about X or L, do it. This conference, I want that you feel like that you're in a real conference, and when you're able to talk like with the RD 2020, with the RM 2020, with the RM 1920, and ask them. So I will add this tomorrow to the check-in FASI, but you can have their contacts to contact them through the conference and also approach them. And in case that you have any doubts about like something that we talk in the conference or something that is going to happen in the conference, you can do it and again have this ownership of we are in a conference. And my challenge for you is in the last day of the conference I have the closing again. You will see my face a lot, but in the last day of the conference I have the closing, and I will recognize that delegate that has the chance to talk the most with the facility. And it's going to be a challenge because they don't have that much time, and it's going to be a challenge because I know that there is different agendas and different things, but the fact the delegate that shares the most and prove me that share the most with different people from the FASI team will win something. And I want to recognize that, and I want to make sure that this is something that is going to happen in the conference, because again, we don't have that much time in the reality to talk to people or share with people or have powerful conversation in this new reality of ISEC. But I hope that you can do it through this conference, because like it's maybe the last space that we will have until March or April, that it's the next conference that it's also going to be virtual. So I hope that you can take the best out of this and enjoy the conference and enjoy the spaces that we will have with you. Okay, so moving on. This is the last conference that I'm going to talk about breaking borders for Americas. And maybe you are part of this region and you know that this is the stand that we have as region. And you know that we have red, that's why I'm wearing red, because I love red. But you know that we have our color, we have our logo, and we always talk about like breaking borders for Americas, and we are really proud to be Americas and stuff. But do you know really why we say that we are breaking borders for Americas? Or do you know the real meaning of that? And I know that maybe I cannot open the mic and let people know like why they know that they think that they are breaking borders and stuff. But when I applied to be a regional director of Americas, I discovered when I was asking to people, like the meaning of breaking borders was not the same for everyone. And people, oh no, we are breaking borders because we work for diversity. We are breaking borders because we work even instead of that we have visas in some countries. And most of the time we say, we are breaking borders and Americas, and we are screaming and we are saying top one region and stuff, but we don't really know why this is happening. And the real meaning is that the first thing that came to our mind is like we are breaking borders because we are working for the problems that we have. We are working to change the reality of Americas, and we are working to make our region better. But the reality is that we don't need to put an America in a bad state to say, oh, we are breaking borders for Americas. And as I said before, I'm from Colombia, but more than be proud to be from Colombia, I'm more proud to be from Americas. And Americas is not just like Latin Americas or Central Americas or North Americas. Americas is the whole continent. Traveling around the country, I was realizing some days ago that I had the opportunity to be in 16 out of 19 countries that we have in the region. And something that I also shared in an Instagram post is that I want to have my own restaurant, and the name will be Sabores de Americas, and I will have plates from the whole region, because something that I enjoy and something that I feel proud of, it's the diversity that we have. And also that we put the best of us in every single thing that we do, no matter the context. That makes me feel proud of my region. And as a person that already been in so many countries, I can say like the best food is the Latin America, like the food from Americas in general. And I feel proud of that, and that's why it became a dream after this experience to have my own restaurant. And you all are all invited. It's not gonna be now, like in some years, soon to be. But this became again for the fact that I feel proud of my region, and I feel proud of the context because we work instead of the context. And again, the mindset, the first thing that we are breaking, it's our mindset. Because, for example, in my case, I came from Cartagena, Colombia, and this is a city that has two different faces: faces of rich people and faces of poor people. And I would say that I was born in the middle class, looking into the two faces and looking into the two realities. And something that my mom showed me since I was a child, she was saying to me, you can take the best out of every single thing, or you are just gonna see the bad things. And when I was growing up and looking into the good things and the bad things of my city, I was saying, I want to work for this, I want to improve this, because we have so many opportunities, we have so many things that we are not taking advantage. How we're gonna take the best out of this? And then when I joined in ISEC, I discovered this organization that was working also for that, and was breaking also the mindset of people that the context is bad. So when we say why we are breaking borders for Americas, it's because we are working for young people, that it's changing the mindset of we are poor, we are bad, we are less. We are not less, we are not bad. We are fighting against the context, and we are changing the reality of our countries, because we don't want to have more borders. We don't want to have more bad things in our reality, in the context that we have. We want to change that. And that's why we are in ISEC. And personally speaking, that's why I stayed 7 years of my life trying to work in different projects to make the reality of my country and also the region different. Because I wanted to show people that we are not just a region because of problems. We are a region because of the diversity, because of the different things that we can do. Because, for example, in my case, from my perspective, just in food, we can show that we are better than everyone else. And in ISEC, it's the same. But is it enough? What we are doing? No. We are far away of the things that we can do from our region and for the people around us. But the thing is, like, no, never is gonna be enough. And either it's not gonna be enough for the region that we have. But we deserve, and our region deserves, to have something different. And you are the person, and you are the individuals that are gonna work for that, because you are the CEOs. And I want to share this with you, because maybe you are saying, this experience that I'm getting in ISEC, it's not gonna be enough, or it's just something that I have hobby. When I was doing my job interviews, because I'm gonna go and find a new job and work outside ISEC, I was sharing a lot about my experience, and I was sharing a lot about what I learned in the last years. And as a person of 25 years old, people will think, this is a baby. This is a person that doesn't know anything. And this is a person that doesn't have experience. But when I was in the interviews, when I was in the interview of the job that I get after ISEC, they were looking for a top and senior profile, and I was doing the like, being really honest, the process, and I was thinking, maybe these people is not gonna get me, but I want to see how the process is, and I made the whole process thinking that they are not gonna give me the opportunity to have that role. And then I passed the interviews, I passed the process, and I was talking about leadership, and I was talking about ISEC, the whole process. I feel like as an MCP process, and I was MCPs, la la la, and stuff. But then again, they were looking for a senior profile. And at the end, the final date of the process, they called me and they, yeah, the job is yours. And I was like, what the fuck? How come? And I remember that one of the person that I said that in the first moment, it was Fisha. I was sharing with Fish, and I was telling, like, I cannot believe like how I'm a baby. They were looking for someone of 30 years or 35 years, or at least that has like a master's degree or something like that. And I don't have anything. I just have ISEC. And then what they told me is like, what you have and what you show different than the rest of the applicants, it was your commitment with people. And we were looking somewhat that that changed the reality of people inside the company, because we have people that doesn't believe in a lot of things, but the first thing is that they doesn't believe in themselves. And something that I learned in ISEC was to believe in myself and the power of my actions, and the power of the change of my actions. And every single thing that I made and every single thing that I lead, they were thinking on like, what are we changing on? So something that I learned in ISEC, it's gonna help me in the future. And I get a really nice job, and I'm gonna work in a really nice position, and I will have a really good like environment, and also a good salary also, but that's not important. But I will have a lot of good things because of my experience in ISEC, because of what I learned in ISEC, because what ISEC transformed myself. And now the thing is like, I'm gonna try to change, or no, I'm not gonna try, I'm gonna change the reality of that company, talking about leadership. And that needs to be the goal that you need to have, because again, your job, it's not only to talk about ISEC inside ISEC, also outside ISEC, and also after ISEC, because the people that it's here, it's gonna be the presidents, the CEOs, the top managers of companies. But the difference between you and the rest of the people, it's the acknowledgement and the things that you are getting now. To break the borders, that first break the border of the mindset. To break the border of say, we cannot do it. Yes, we can. And the thing is that you need commitment. And remember that commitment is not to talk about passion. It's to talk about action. And when I was MCP, my MCP stand was like transforming our passion into actions. So how we as a region are going to transform our passion into action for Americas? And that's the why. The why breaking borders exists is because we want to change the reality of our region, person by person, individual by individual. So you, as individual, how are you breaking the mindset that you have? If you today wake up and you say, I cannot be the whole day attending the session, you were putting a border. If you 2 months ago say, I cannot be LCP, you were putting a border. And if you, as MCP, for example, are saying, I cannot handle a second semester like this, you are putting a border. Because this is the context that we have. What are we gonna do with this context that we have? If we made ISEC before, we can do ISEC now. Because the power is not the context, the power is the people. how powerful it's gonna be, the things that you are doing. Because again, we need to be proud from the region that we came, but we need to put in actions the things that we learn. ISF and Americas can be whatever you want, but you are the ones that are gonna be shaping. So, are you committed? Share that. Talk to people here. Share your experiences. Share about like the powerful things that we can do, and show that no matter the context, no matter what's happening, no matter the political situations, we are here because we want to break borders in the minds of the people, but in ourselves also. So that was the check-in of the day one, people. We have the feedback form of the day. So this is the feedback form. We want to have your feedback. We know that we can improve for the day too. We know that a lot of things can be better. So that's why here we can have a feedback. The agenda managers would love to have the feedback from your side. I would love to have the feedback to see how we can improve, how we can manage the CC team, the FACI team, and everyone that is involved in this conference. So please, MCPs, I will be tracking this, and I need that you feel this with your LCPs and individually also to know how we can improve. And also we will also be tracking you and making sure that you are answering this. But with that and with the feedback form, I want to close the day saying thank you again to everyone who delivered a session today, saying thank you to the showcasing team, thank you to the CC team. We have an amazing CC team that also is working with the FACI team from different nationalities, from different countries, from different entities working here. So thank you so much to everyone who works today to deliver this conference. Thank you for being here until this moment, and I hope that you can have a good night, rest, eat, have fun. We have another space later on also, but in terms of agenda, we are done. So thank you so much. Thank you to everyone, and see you tomorrow, people. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.
I'm a logical guy. I know nothing lasts forever, and this is how it's always gonna be. I just wish I could fly, so I could travel to wherever and be waiting out the storm, just you and me. I'm roaming through the spring without a sun, in an old ghost town where everyone feels self-critical. I wish I never sounded overdone, but when I wrote this down, I knew you'd say sounds typical. I only miss you every night and every day, like the heat of the summer on a three-dog night with the night storm on the way. I only miss you when I'm sleeping away, like the beat of a drummer in a beatboard battle when the boombox skips away. I've been wondering why we don't get on like we used to, when we didn't know where to stop. In the blink of an eye, we could work through any issue and just talk all night till the hands fell off the clock. Is this the place you thought that you would be, when time slows down and everyone prays for a miracle? Now all that we can do is wait and see, though I still found this solitude somewhat meaningful. I only miss you
skip, skip, skip.